Look, I'm going to be really, really clear with this, and I'm going to leave my emotions out of it, okay? Because you guys are missing, like, the biggest point in this Lyle Menendez story and what he's chosen to do. This story breaking is proof that Lyle Menendez only cares about what Lyle Menendez wants, and he will go after that, and he will get it no matter what, no matter who he has to hurt, and no matter what he has to do to get it. This story coming out could potentially now impede his brother's release, okay? Him having this little fling with a college student might now mean that his brother, who was absolutely a horrific victim of that household, he might now ensure, by getting his wick wet, his brother stays in prison. And that could have been easily avoided, right? Like, Lyle could have just not done this. Because Lyle knows absolutely what the optics of this is going to do to their case. And he could have chosen not to do it, right? If Lyle had compassion, if he had sympathy, if he cared about anyone other than himself, he would have gone, you know what? I'm going to not do this until we see what happens, because I know what's happened in the past when I have jeopardized the whole case with my self-centered behavior. I'm not going to do this. But Lyle didn't do that. Lyle went, I want that. I'm going to have it. And he doesn't care that this is going to affect his brother. Again. And he obviously, clearly does not care that that young woman will be hurt in this. She will be hurt. There is no good way that that relationship shakes out, okay? There's no good way. And so what Lyle has really demonstrated with this, which is the bigger point, right? More than it potentially being an affair, more than anything else, it shows that Lyle only cares about what Lyle wants, and he will go after it no matter what and get it if that's what he wants. And this is the whole big problem that came up with their case, because especially in terms of Lyle, all the evidence points to someone who just decided, I'm going to have what I want, and this is how I'm going to do it. And despite the fact that he sat on that Netflix documentary that came out at the start of October and said how changed he is, this is not changed behavior. This is almost play-by-play, again, what he did in the 90s with that other woman. It's demonstrated how self-centered Lyle is, how manipulative he is, and that determination to have what he wants no matter how it harms other people. Because when he made this decision, he did know it had the potential to harm people, especially his brother and his brother's case, which is tied to his. So it might say more about him needing to stay in prison than a lot of you want to admit. Because no, this action of dating a woman who's young enough to be your daughter, yeah, that's not an imprisonable offense. But when you look at the entire case and someone who has already murdered people, especially his mother, who is arguable, his mother did not deserve to be murdered, it paints an overall picture of someone who is manipulative and who prioritizes themselves even if they know it's going to harm others, which, hello, antisocial personality disorder. Anyway, some of you need to pull back and look at the big picture, because he's one of the most self-centered narcissistic people that I've seen in these instances. He's probably worse than Gypsy Rose.